Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to another video. Now, today's video, we are going to talk about lighting. I know I've been asked a bunch of times in plastic parties. This is an update to the type of lighting that I use to explain how I get things done. It'll be a basic breakdown of the types of lights I use. There'll be no posing, unfortunately, or maybe some posing, we don't know. But we're gonna talk about the type of lighting that I use. So let's break out some of it. I have a bunch of different things to choose from, and I guess I'll try to keep it as simple as possible while showing you how and why I do the lighting techniques. And again, I already know people are going to use the style, and that's totally fine. Have at thee. Hi, Riley. Have at thee. Learn from it. Create your own style from it. Get crazy with it. But please, just give credit where credit is due to others. And innovating style, not just myself, but many other creators, because I even credit the people that I have learned from. And it's very important that we do that. Even color theory, which I learned from Posable Productions. And then there's Jezzajav, who taught me about some of the lightings that I use. So I have learned from these people, and I'm sharing it with you because I don't like to gatekeep that stuff. So let's get started. I'm gonna break out these two pair of lights. These two. I have my Ozani lights. And then I have my smaller Ozani lights, plus my stage lights, which are not in the background. And then I have stuff like this. You do not need all of this. I choose this because I like color theory. I like messing with stuff. I like doing all this crazy stuff. The reason why I use all of this because I like setting mood and lighting and silhouettes and things like that. On top of stuff like ring lights that I have, because that actually brings really good forefront lighting to add to my background lighting. I don't know if you can hear the humming, but that's one of my stage lights. So what I will do is, let's actually take a figure. Actually, I have the thing here. Let's take the thing, right? And you will see that because I'm recording, I have this big old front light here. As you can see, my hands are here lighting up. But what you can do is, when performing anything, I choose backlighting with my stage lights, right? So this is my backlight. As you can see, it's very powerful right now. You can hear that humming. I'm gonna turn those down just a bit. But as you can see, they light things a certain way. If you have the light on it, it'll have a little bit of glimmer of that light, and that kind of shows you what's going on, but we'll get back to that. Now, if you want to light a figure and you do not use outdoor, because daylight is perfect. Daylight is the perfect lighting. Nothing will ever beat daylight settings. So I have to do things like control my lighting where I am, which is important. So I do things like this. I'll take my lights like this, I'll turn them on, and because I shoot manual, I have to find the proper lighting. It can't always be high up, right? Like this run right now is at 7,000. That's pretty much daylight. And that's pretty loud. Let's gonna turn it down to about 4,000. And we're gonna turn the brightness down. Normally because, it's gonna pick up in camera, I'm gonna do 10%. So as you can see, it's lighting it from one side at 10%. And this one's at 9%. Let's change it to 10 to even it out. Oops, excuse me. As foreground lighting, as you can see, they're pretty bright. And as you can see, for foreground lighting, right, they will light a figure pretty well. Watch me take them away. See how there's a shadow? But on top of what I have, when you do two lights like this, it creates a shadow in the back. If you don't want a shadow, what you do is you add one more light. So that's normally what I do is I'll add a third light to eliminate shadow behind it. These are things that you can do. Now, because I play with light and color, I'm gonna take one of these larger lights. Here's green. Green is a lot, right? But let's change green to more orange. But an orange that kind of works with the silhouette, like a yellow orange, right? Which I've changed it to. So now it sits behind the thing. And I don't know where my camera is. Oh, here we go. Because I shoot manual, it might come out messed up. Oh, I don't even have my memory card in, but I don't know if you guys can see that. Let's actually put my memory card in so that doesn't sit in your face. But I'm not gonna take the picture because I'm on manual, and in manual, you won't have that lighting. But as you can see, look how clear that comes out. There's yellow on him. There's a little bit of silhouette. There's a little bit of color. A little bit of razzle me dazzle. Oops, it's not focused, so there we go. But things like that are what I'm talking about. Now, let's say you don't want this yellow lighting. you kind of want it all the way on the side, you can do it as a forefront light or an overhead. There's a lot of different ways you can set up your lighting, but it all depends on what you are aiming for. Me personally, I cannot shoot during the day because I work. So I get home very late and then I work on videos. So with that, I have to create my own lighting. So that means change the focus back there. So I have to do things that create lighting. So look, when the lighting is on top, you have your overhead lighting. When the lighting is under, it creates a different type of lighting. So where you position your lights are actually very important. Now, let's say you don't want to do any of this. You don't care about that. You want daylight lighting. Daylight is always going to give you perfect lighting. It does not set mood lighting. So again, daylight is going to give you perfect lighting unless you shoot like at golden hour, or if you shoot something like right at sunset, it'll give you that mood and silhouette lighting. These lights do the same thing. What they do is they just achieve color at a little bit of a buffer with these on it. So you have a ton of options. If you want to see the models for each, here is one. There is Lume Cube here, right? You can pause it here. There's a Lume Cube. This one is just to have the model. So iGEM, right? A Medilight. Oh, let me leave that there for you. A Medilight. And then there is the Ulanzi Model Eye Light. So yeah, I have a ton of different things to like give me different types of lights. And as far as my stage lighting in the background, I'll pull that out again for like the 85th time. It is a Slimpar T12 BT, right? And it takes some getting used to, especially with its proximity. So let's turn these on. So what I do is with these, as I said, we turn back to these. I usually use these to light my backgrounds, give it a nice little mix and match of color. I'm gonna choose, again, a little bit of orange, but change that up because I'm gonna use orange and a little bit of blue. I'm gonna turn my blue down. Actually, I'm just gonna turn my orange up. So as you can see, it gives you a little bit of orange blue. And as you can see, it kind of sets the mood, but it'll make things a little bit darker as they sit in the background. So what I'll do is, like I said before, I will add a little bit of light in our forefront. So as you can see, lighting in the forefront. I'm gonna change one of my Medi lights back to white light again. And as you can see, they have evened out a little bit. So again, how I shoot is gonna be a little different. Now with that being said, I was shooting some stuff I can't show you, so I won't go into my camera. But I'll show you like my settings very quickly. This is some of my recent settings. My ISO's at 2. Hold on, gotta make sure I don't show anything. Let's snap this picture. So yeah, just snap this quick one right here, right? So you can see my settings. And as you can see, I turned it down from 160 to 80 so I can get a little bit more light in. But that's a great example of what I'm talking about with lighting, that you can showcase what you have going on. Even now, like with the front camera here, if I use this to shoot, I could like turn this up, see it can turn up the brightness. But I'm not gonna do that. See, it sets the mood and the tone. Again, because I shoot a lot at night. So hopefully this will help you. If you guys want me to go more in depth, please write in the comments, have the wife read it, because by the time this goes up, I think I'll be away for Toylanta. So yeah, she would read it, take the notes in, and we will work on another one, because I know we got asked a lot about the lighting, so that's important. Yeah, I wanted to teach you guys, use it. So shout out to Posey Pro Productions, shout out to Just a Jive, shout out to Savage Serenity, shout out to Al for the Win. These are all people I learned from over the years, some of the best who have taught me lighting, and I've taken everything that they taught me and applied it, especially Just a Jive and Posey Pro Productions. Between color theory and the stage lighting, it was excellent to learn from them, and I cannot give those guys enough credit because I applied it and used it to what I wanted to do. And I know somebody asked me about the ring light. You can use any ring light. I use a small desk version of it. Right now mine's broke, so I have to order a new one. But yeah, so there's a lot of different things that you can use to achieve what you want in lighting. It really depends on where you position your lightings and how, but you don't need a million of them. I just like having a variety. So please don't think you have to go overboard and do it. You don't. You can keep it very simple, very nice. You can even use white light here like this and cover it up with clear cellophane paper. So there's a bunch of innovative ways that you can do this. And I do hope that this helps you. I do hope it helps you in your journey with photography if you want to do more. And it doesn't just apply to toys. You can use this in photography of people, in photography of products, things like that. So have fun, experiment, and make sure that's supposed to be enjoyable most of all. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoy. As always, please be good, do good, drink your water, guys. Later.